Welcome all. My dear friends, let us continue our journey in the world of patents. Okay, so here you can see the key term here written is opposition. Okay, and in the picture we can see there are very two beautiful roses, but yeah, both are not similar. Okay, so as they are having different properties, different features, opposition can happen. Okay, so here the key term I have taken is opposition. Okay, and a great man has said it is opposition which foretells success. Where there is no opposition, there is no success either. That means opposition is not bad. Opposition is also needed sometimes. Some many more examples can be given that for a democracy, opposition is needed. So many things are there we can say. So literally we can cite various examples on opposition. Okay, so here just take a look what happens. That means this flower is opposing this flower. Okay, just a symbolic picture, nothing else. Why I am telling all these things? Because the form number we are going to discuss today is form number 14. Okay, so till now we have discussed about all the relevant sections and rules based on up to form number 13. That means up to form number 13 we have completed all the relevant rules and sections. Okay, so today is the turn for form number 14, and form number 14 talks about opposition. Okay, that's why I have told you so many things. Okay, so this is the literary world, this is the nature we can say, but we will go to our legal world and see and observe and watch how the term opposition has a very significant value there. Okay, so let us continue. Go to form number 14. The title is Notice of Opposition to Amendment or Restoration or Surrender of Patent or Grant of Compulsory License or Revision of Terms thereof or to a correction of clerical errors. So all these things are included here in form 14. It is a lengthy one. The title is a lengthy one. Okay, and the related sections and rules are also we can say the number is more. Sections related are, the related sections are 57, 61, 63, 78 and 87, and the related rules are 81, 85, 87, 98, 101 and 124. Fine. So here let us briefly describe the related sections. Section 57 says amendment of application and specification or any document related thereto before the controller. Section 61 is procedure for disposal of applications for restoration of lapsed patents. Section 63 is surrender of patents, and the title of section 78 is power of controller to correct clerical errors, etc. Section 87, procedure for dealing with applications under section 84 and 85. Okay, and the related rules we will discuss briefly. Rule 81 says amendment of application specification or any document relating thereto. Rule 85 says opposition to restoration under section 61. Rule 87 is surrender of patents. Rule 98 is notice of opposition under section 87 subsection 2. Rule 101 is procedure to be followed in case of application under section 88 subsection 4. Rule 124 is manner and time of opposition to the making of corrections. So you can see as a whole here there are a number of keywords. One keyword is amendment, one is restoration, one is surrender, grant of compulsory license, revision of terms, correction of clerical errors. So many terms are there, and here you can relate these terms here. Section 57 amendment of application, rule 81 amendment of application. Okay, and here section 63 is surrender of patents, and here rule 87 is surrender of patents. Fine. So similarly you can relate all this, particularly the subsections of the sections and the subrules of the rules, with this form number 14. So let us proceed to form number. After refreshing our memory from the old slide about form number 14 and its relevant sections and rules, it automatically comes to our mind that if form number 14 talks about opposition, then also that means earlier we have also read about some more forms which were talking about the term opposition. Yes, it automatically comes. So that's why I have prepared a table here for comparison. Okay, so let us see. Form number 7. The title is Notice of Opposition. Form number 7A. The title is Representation for Opposition to Grant of Patent. And form number 14 says Notice of Opposition to Amendment or Restoration or Surrender of Patent or Grant of Compulsory License or Revision of Terms thereof or to a correction of clerical errors. Okay. So when you compare these three forms, I think it will be crystal clear for you to differentiate between the three, and you will not be confused anymore. Okay friends, that's why I have tried to compare all the three forms here for a clear understanding. Fine. Now let us proceed by picking a rule of the Patents Rules 2003 as amended by Amendment Rules 2021. Okay, so today I have taken rule number 87, and rule number 87 comes from chapter 11, and the title for chapter 11 is Surrender of Patents. Okay, and also friends, you can see one thing in common, that rule number 87 has the title Surrender of Patents. Okay, that means the title for rule number 87 and the title for chapter 11 both are same to same, surrender of patents and surrender of patents. Okay, so easily we can remember this. Fine. Okay, let us proceed. Now we will discuss about the keywords in the subrules of rule number 87. Okay, so in total there are 4 subrules in rule number 87. Okay, so let us proceed with them. So the key term or the key phrase for subrule 1 is notice of an offer. The key term or the key phrase for subrule 2 is form 14 in duplicate. For subrule 3, this is hearing of the opposition, and for subrule 4, the key term or the key phrase is controller shall by order revoke it and publish. Okay, so I have picked the keywords as per my intellect. You can choose your own and try to remember them all, and by remembering these keywords or key terms, you can very well recall the subrules and the rule as a whole. Fine. Okay, let us proceed then. Subrule 1 of rule number 87. This says the controller shall publish the notice of an offer given under section 63. Okay, the key term here is notice of an offer. This says, or the simple meaning of this statement is, the controller publishes the notice of an offer as per the provisions of section 63. Okay, and whereas section 63 deals with surrender of patents. Fine. And the form number involved here is form number 14, which is notice of opposition to amendment or restoration or surrender of patent or grant of compulsory license or revision of terms thereof or to a correction of clerical errors. Fine. Okay, here friends, you can see there is a single star mark here, and this indicates that the whole rule number 87 is it's a substituted one. Okay, as per date 28 December 2004 for rule number, or we can say for rule 87 with effective from 1st January 2005. Okay, so we have to remember like this, that the rule 87 in total has been substituted. It is a substituted one. Fine. Okay, let us proceed then. Subrule 2 says, any person interested may, within 3 months from the date of publication of the notice, give notice of opposition to the controller in Form 14 in duplicate. Okay. Here the person is any person interested. Okay. He or she may, the time period is 3 months from the date of publication of the notice. Okay. So here the person interested can give notice of opposition to the controller via Form 14 in duplicate, where Form 14 is notice of opposition to amendment or restoration or surrender of patent or grant of compulsory license or revision of terms thereof or to a correction of clerical errors. Okay. Now I think this statement is pretty clear. Okay. So let us proceed to the next sub rule. Subrule 3. Subrule 3 says the procedure specified in rules 57 to 63 relating to the filing of written statement, reply statement, living evidence, hearing and cause shall, so far as may be, apply to the hearing of the opposition under section 63 as they apply to the hearing in opposition proceeding. Okay. That means we can say the procedures that are specified in the range of rules starting from 57 to 63, and they are related to the filing of written statement, reply statement, living evidence, hearing and cost. They shall, so far as may be, apply to the hearing of the opposition as per section 63 as they apply to. That means in the same way they apply to the hearing in opposition proceeding. Fine. So I guess it is pretty clear now. Fine. And for this, you please refer rule 57. That means starting from rule number 57 and ending at rule number 63, and also section 63, which is surrender of patents. Fine. Okay. Let us proceed. Subrule 4 says, if the controller accepts the patentee's offer to surrender the patent, he may direct the patentee to return the patent. And on receipt of such patent, the controller shall by order revoke it and publish the revocation of the patent. Okay. So, in the last subrule of rule number 87, we see that here the control accepts the patent is offered. Actually, it is written like if the controller accepts, that means in a situation where the controller accepts the patent is offered to surrender the patent, what does he do? He directs the patentee to return the patent. Okay. And after receiving the patent, the controller, by passing an order, revokes it and publishes the revocation of the patent. This is the simple procedure the controller does here. Fine. So this way, friends, all the sub rules of rule number 87 are completed. So please go through slide by slide, and if you are getting stuck anywhere, please ask. Okay. And keep learning, keep enjoying. Fine. The reference is Patents Act 1970 as amended by Amendment Act 2005 and the Patents Rules 2003 as amended by Amendment Rules 2021. Okay friends, thank you all for watching my video and listening to me. Okay, so please like, share and subscribe the channel, and please put down your compliments, comments and queries in the comment box. Thank you. God bless you. Stay safe, stay blessed. Jai Hind.